I was in the solution, right, in the previous class. Students, can you
So
hear
I
me?
think you finished the previous slide, sir.
This one I finished. Yes,
What are
this
the
one.
sub software? Yes, sir. Digital
Sub software I
manufacturing.
finished. Okay, this was this. I told you about workflow that allows optimization of the product. I told you, right? Optimization. You have in hypermesh. I told you in the previous class, so that the excess material you can remove, the weight of the material will be reduced, the cost also will be reduced. I told all these things, right, in the previous
Yes, sir.
class.
Yes, sir. You're done, sir. Yes, you're done
Optimization.
even this slide.
Optimization I have finished. Then reduction in cost of prototype. See, once you do the optimization, okay, for the product, you can reduce the weight of the product and you can reduce the cost also. Once the weight is reduced, the cost will be reduced. I think this much I told you in the previous class, right? So next is continuous innovation process and implement new technology efficient. That is effectively. So this is very important. So updating the new technologies to the existing product. Either you can go for innovate or you can go for innovation. So both are. I told you what is innovate and what is innovation. Innovate is nothing but giving the new product development or new product for society, and new technologies is nothing but what we will update to the existing product. So you should do both according to the requirements of the customer needs. Then reduction of waste. So that is, if you use the software, okay, you will get to know how much raw materials required, okay, how much the manpower we required. Everything we can know by using the software. Okay, if you have all the softwares in your company, okay, then it will be easy to know, okay, so if I want to finish 1,000 products, so how much raw materials I required, in which method I should follow, which other techniques I should use, and how much manpower I required, everything, okay, you can know initially only. So according to that, what we received from the software, okay, we can continue or we can use the same things, okay, and we can reduce the waste in the sense of manpower. We can reduce the manpower, and we can reduce the cost, and as well as we can reduce the what you can say work we can reduce the wastage of the materials. Then being in closer contact with customers and suppliers. So why you want to be contact with the customers and suppliers? Anyone?
So, like, if you have contact with your customer and supplier, you know, like, what kind of product you'll be making based on the customer requirements and, like, what material you need to choose. So, like, if you have contact with suppliers, like, you can know, like, if you buy a huge demand, what will the
Yes.
price of the product be, like, of the material be, and so on, sir.
Yes, good Sachin. So always you should be contact with the customers, because to know what type of material we should use, what type of design, okay, we should use. So what type of Okay. Students, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
Okay, okay. Okay. Can you see the slide?
Yes, sir, it's visible, sir.
Okay, okay. So I was telling about the service based company and product based company. Be careful, try to understand. If you go for a company, you can go for two types of companies. One is service based and one is product based. That is, okay, they will be trying to develop a new product development, and one is service based. So what they will do then, a company will provide the details for them for the service based, like they will provide the design, they will provide everything, and they will tell to the service based company, okay, complete the task and give solutions for me. So the product based companies will give the design, okay, design of the model, as well as they will tell, okay, so this is a new design, what we developed, okay, they will give the design for them, they will do the analysis, they will do all the things for the service based company, and they will give back the results for the company. So these products like service based. So there are a lot of service based companies are there in Bangalore also. Okay, so one of my friend is working in service based company. So he told that only their job is the company will give the drawings for them. Okay, he's working as a product, not like sorry, like a product manager. Okay, means whatever the results what he got in the FEM, okay, he will consolidate everything, and he will forward the results of the results of the design to the manager. Okay, his job is only to convey the design part to the FEM team. Okay, directly they will get the design. They will take the design. First the design will be sent to the hypermesh team, hypermesh for meshing the model. Then after hypermesh, the hypermesh team will send the design for the analysis. Okay, there they can use they can use the Nastron pattern to solve. Okay, they'll solve the problem and they will get the results. Okay, they will mention what the results what they got regarding to the boundary conditions for the design, and they will send for the send for product engineer. Okay, then what you will do, you will consider all the results. You will take from first step to last step, from design state to hypermesh, what type of elements they used, everything I will mention, and what are the results they got, whether the material, whether this design is safe or not. Okay, he will mention in that report part. He will send that report for the manager. Therefore, the manager will send to that report for the company. So this is what is called service-based companies. Okay, service-based is nothing but only they will take the problem from the other companies. They will solve and they'll give solutions for the companies. I think everyone has got right. Any
Yes, sir,
doubts in
understood,
this?
sir.
So there'll be in if you go for a job, okay, you can get the job in two ways. One is those who develop those who are developing the products. Well, other is service based. You can get in both also. Okay. So next, being in closer contact with customers and suppliers. So customers, to get the information. Okay, what type of material I should use, what type of design I should change. So everything the customers will tell for them. So these are the solutions of PLM. So if you know these five softwares and if you follow all these things, we can reduce the mainly we can reduce the raw materials which will be using for converting into products. Manpower we can reduce, and we can give the product, or we can give the solution within the given time, whether that is a FEM solution or product, or manufacturing the products, anything. Okay, we can complete the task within the given time and we can supply for the customers. I think I've explained this right. This is very important.
Yes, sir, you had explained this, sir.
If you know this circle diagram, then you can decide, okay, which where I should go for, where I should, which domain I should choose, and I should learn the softwares. Okay, if you go for design engineering, that is mechanical engineers, that is the design engineer post. There you can go for CATIA, Pro E, then Creo, Hypermesh, sorry, Creo. Then you can go for Unigraphics, NX. So there are a lot of softwares out there. So right now, Creo and NX, mostly they're using NX and Creo in all the companies. So kindly see, still you have another 3-4 months time. So I'm telling you now also, kindly join for like any one software. So it will be easy for you to get the job. Either learn any one software like CATIA also, it's okay. But right now they're using Creo as well as the NX. Okay, NX software, the designing software they're using more. If you want product design engineer, so I have shared one company. Okay, what they asked. So in this design product designer, okay, you should think in a innovative manner. That is, you should give the ideas for the companies. So if you want to become a product design engineer, so you should have some innovative ideas. Okay, immediately you should give some ideas for them. So that is design thinking. So you should think in a different way. Okay, what you study in third and fourth semester. So that is called a product designer. So then analysis. I told you analysis. So initially it will be very difficult to get the job in analysis. Okay, because of I told you they will hire only masters with otherwise they will ask the experience. I think 2 to 3 years experience in that domain. If you go for automobile, they will ask 2 to 3 years experience in the domain, or you should work the projects. At least you should work around 10 to 12 projects. So if you work on 12 projects like CAE, that is analysis, then you may get easily. Okay, then whatever the question they ask, okay, you should tell them neatly. Then you can get analyst also. Then manufacturing engineer. So after analysis, once you get the analysis till the design is safe, then the mechanical engineers will send the design for product designer. Then product designer will send the design for the manufacturing engineer. Then that design, the 2D drafting design will go for production. Then they will produce the products. Okay, produce the products with by using all the softwares. Okay, they will use all the softwares. Okay, regarding to all the domain. So I told you about yesterday all these five softwares, why they use product portfolio management, computer design, product data management, manufacturing process management, as well as the digital manufacturing. I told you for what purpose we'll use five software, right? So it will be obeyed for all the departments. So anyone has any doubt? See, purchasing agent is nothing but getting the orders. Okay. If this is a if this is a service based industry, okay, purchasing nothing but the company will give the orders to the company. So they will purchasing they will take the orders. Then that design will be given to the. So here, see, be careful in this. What I can say in service based. Okay, there will be no like design thinking team will be not there. So there is no thinking. Only they should take the design. They should do the analysis. Then they should give back the results for the other company. So there will be no manufacturing will be there. So there will be nothing will be there in service based. I think everyone is getting right. In service based company, only they will purchase the 2D drawings. Okay, according to that they will pay something for them. So the 2D drawings will be given for mechanical engineers. Then that mechanical engineers will give for analysis. They will do the analysis. They will do the analysis. They will give back the results for again design engineer from that manager. So manager will give the results for the company. I think everyone has got right.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
So in service based, be careful. There will be no manufacturing. Okay, only they will do the analysis. They will give back the results for the company. That's all. There will be no like manufacturing plant will be not there in service based companies. So what are the advantages of these softwares? Okay, that is five softwares. So if you use those five softwares, so these are the advantages what you can get. What is one? To stimulate the developed model. What is the meaning of this? To stimulate the developed model.
So it's like you're doing the model on the computer, so before manufacturing, and you can test out like whether it is meeting all the parameters.
Yes, good. That is the name of developed model. So model is nothing but a 2D or 3D model. 2D drafting as well as 3D model. So we can initially we can develop a model and we can check whether this design is safe or not before manufacturing the material. So this is why we should do the analysis as an analysis. We should do analysis before the manufacturing because to check whether the material is safe for this load. Okay, for this applying force for the object, whether this material will be safe. For that purpose we should check. Okay, that is called as to stimulate the developed model. We can develop a model in software and we can check whether this material can be safe or not. Then to design the product before the other companies, right? To design the product before the other companies. What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning
So
of
it's
this?
like assume you need a certain product which is not there in the market. So if you design it first, you'll be the only person who will be there in the market.
Good.
So if there are any competitors, then it can be like there'll be like drop in your sales or something like that. So being the first one to get a design of some new product will be advantageous.
Good, Sachin. I think this PLC is very important product life cycle management issue to understand. So see before depending upon the customer needs, okay, who will manufacture the first? Okay, take your coronavirus or COVID-19. So the first manufactured company that is for COVID-19, that is vaccine. So that is an example. The product which is manufactured first, depending upon the customer needs. So depending upon the customer needs. So that comes under this the second point. Do design the product before the other companies will do, right? So according to the customer needs, if you develop a product and if you supply for the customers, okay, automatically you can say your product will sell well. Okay, the maturity or you can say the life of the product will be good. But you should be keep on updating the technologies in your product. So that is what it's very important to pull down the cost. What is the meaning of to pull down the cost?
So in this, like after designing the model, you need to like test it to several softwares. So in that,
Yes.
if we can remove like certain material, like you just said like earlier yesterday, that the places where there is less stress concentration. So what does
Yes.
that mean? Like you can remove that thing. So if you're reducing the weight, you're reducing the amount of material required to make the product. So that will in
Yes.
turn decrease the price of the product.
Good, Sachin. So if you go for learning the HyperMesh software, kindly learn this OptiStruct. So there is in HyperMesh there is a OptiStruct. Okay, that OptiStruct is used for this only for removing the excess wherever the stress concentration is less. Okay, it will show we can remove the material here so that the weight can be reduced. So once the weight is reduced, immediately we can reduce the cost. As well as see by using the softwares, the earlier softwares, whatever I mentioned you, okay, we can reduce the manpower. Okay, we can reduce the waste of the material, everything we can do. So that is called as to pull down the cost. Beyond this, when you do the analysis by using hypermesh, we can see in OptiStruct how much material we can reduce, excess material. So if you are the company, okay, who is manufacturing a new product, you can do this. But you assume you are working in service based company. Okay, in service, you work in service based company, there is no option, we cannot do OptiStruct. Only whatever the design they will give, we should do the analysis and we should give back the results. Okay, so that is one you should understand. If you're working service based, there is no OptiStruct, only mesh the model, do the analysis, get the results, give back for them. I think everyone has got the idea what is service based and what is product based. The product based companies, they can do the design themselves, and the design, okay, which is manufactured, which is done by them, will be forwarded for other company, for service based companies to do the analysis. Okay, so next, to save the time and energy, right, by using these softwares, okay, we can reduce the time. Okay, that is for completing the task. Okay, if you use those softwares, it can reduce the time as well as energy, in the sense of the human manpower. So we can reduce the human manpower also. So if you type there, I want 10,000 products within 1 week, so it will say how much time it required to complete. So how much within 1 hour I should, how much products I should complete, so how much manpower is required. So everything it will show in the software. So immediately you can assign the products. So you can tell for each worker or employee, so you should finish this much products within this much time. So this is how we can save the time and energy. And to increase the competitiveness in the world, what is the meaning of this? Anyone?
So like if you're able to design the product fast and able to launch it, so you are like increasing the competitiveness. Like you'll be the one who'll be having more sales.
Yes. Then, so how you increase the competitiveness in the world?
So like keep updating the product as per the time and as per customer requirements.
Yes. See, if you're giving a new product today, so the other companies will see the product and they will try to update more, right? So that is called as competitive. That is called as increasing in competitiveness. So now I will give a new product pen. So see, I will make both pencil as well as pen in the same a single product. So that is called as innovation, right? See, now you can see pen and pencil, it is there. I don't know, I have not seen pen and pen in the same single product. Have you seen
No,
pen and
sir.
pencil? So simply I'm telling you, suddenly I got the idea, so I told you. So see, I'm making a product which has both one set pencil and one set pen. Assume I'm making pencil in the same product. So what happens? So that is called innovation. So I'm updating something in the product, right? So if I give this product today, so I don't know, tomorrow the computers can think in a different way. So they can add the pen, pencil, as well as the to means eraser in the same product, right? So this is also an updated version, right, students? So this I'm telling a simple way to understand. So now pen is there. I'll add the pencil to this, and I'll supply for the customers. If they're happy, okay, my sales will go high. So some other company, okay, who's manufacturing the pen, they will add pencil, pen, as well as the eraser in the same product. So what happens? If the customer feels happy, then they will take that product, right? At that particular point, my product sales will come down, right, students?
Yes, sir.
So this is called as to increase the competitiveness. So today I'm giving something. So day after tomorrow, another company will give something. That is, they will update to my product. They will update one or two extra features to my product, and they will leave tomorrow. Again, and fifth day I should think in a different way. So I should give much more updated product for society. So this is what is called as product design engineer. So this is what the R&D, research and development team, as well as product design engineer, they will do. They will be trying to give a different product or innovative product for society. Okay, by this way we can increase we can increase our sales in the market. Okay, so this is how we can increase the competitiveness in the world. So always, one by one, there will be thousands company will be there, thousand company will be there for an product. So for 1,000 company, okay, they'll be trying to give a different they can add some different technologies for the pen, and they can give for the society. Okay, I think I've seen the laser beam, right, in the pen. So I think it was there. Has anyone seen the laser pen? So you can write as well as you can use the laser. Anyone has seen the pen like that? Friends, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, sir, we can hear you, sir.
Ah,
Like there is some kind of pen, like it's an invisible pen. Like
hmm.
you write it down and then you use the laser, you can see the writing.
Yes, yes. So there are a lot of technologies are there. Okay, but the main thing is the cost. So if you reduce the cost, okay, depending upon the customer needs. See, the customer will ask, I want a pen within 5 rupees or 10 rupees. So we cannot use the laser technology and we cannot give for 5 rupees, right? So that is what is the issue. So if you update the technology and you should see the cost also. So I will update a new technology to this. Okay. See, I can update like uh, example. If you can update anything to the pen, but the cost should be reduced. If you increase the cost, automatically the customers will not be satisfied. So they will see regarding to the cost also, because they will compare the cost between two competitors, right? If I'm giving the pen 5 rupees, if other is giving, he will be increasing the technology and he will be providing for 20 rupees, so the customers will go for my pen only because of the, so depending upon their needs. So if they do not want laser, so they will not take, right? If depending upon their needs, okay, they will take the pen. So whatever you update the technology, it's okay, but you should see the cost and whether the technology will be useful for this, for the people, for the customers. If they need, then only you can update those technologies in the pen. Okay, so this is about competitiveness, to increase the competitiveness in the world. Next, to create high quality products, right? This is very very important. If you want to sell well in the market, okay, that is high quality. By the software, okay, we can understand the high quality products. Then to launch new products in the less time at a low cost, right? Right, students? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this is one, okay, to launch new products in less time. So see, nowadays okay, it is taking around 1.5 year to 2 years to come to design a new product. I'm telling you, if you go for company, okay, they will be taking around 2 months to complete to develop a new product. Okay, so that takes around 2 months, 2 years time to complete a product, a new product development. Next, to understand what change really cost in terms of time and money. So this is very very important. So time is very important as well as money. So how much you are investing for producing the products, within how much time you will complete the task. So you can so these things you can see in the software. So you update a input, so it will give you the time, it will give you the how much money you required, how much raw materials, how much kg of raw materials you want. So everything it will tell for you. And last, you can see to control your production processes and not let them control you, right? So you can control the, what you can say, the production of the products, in which method I should follow, which technology I should use. So everything, okay, I will mention there. According to that, we will do, so that we will complete our objectives of the company. And last is to increase profit on market share. Okay, that is one thing. This is very very important for a company to increase the profit. What is profit? Profit in the sense of revenue. So if you're investing 10,000 rupees today, so the company will be trying to get profit of at least 5,000 rupees. Okay, within what they invested. So always, okay, the company will be seeing the profit, to increase the profit as well as the market share of the company. So these are two important things you should know. All the companies, whatever they're in the world, so they will be trying to increase the profit as well as the market share. So you can increase the profit as well as market share easily by using the softwares. Okay, if you have the softwares in your company, then it will be easy to complete these tasks. So to reduce the cost, to save the time and energy, to get the new technology or new product into the market, and to increase the profit. Okay, all these things, okay, we can complete all these advantages by using the software. Anyone has any doubt in this?
No doubt, sir.
Okay, so we'll go for next slide. Okay, now you can see PLM. I think you can see this sketch, right? In the right hand side.
Yes, sir.
So what is the meaning of this sketch? Can anyone tell me?
So is it the for the product life cycle usually start first with the concept.
Yes.
So you make a kind of design in it, like 2D or this thing, then you analyze it and then you send for manufacturing. After
Hmm.
manufacturing your product, you need to package it and distribute it like to different types of sailors, retailers, and all those things. And
Then
then
after
from the third party, like from retailer or salesman, it goes to the customer. Like customer buys the product from them,
yes.
and then after that, the customer uses the product, and then the product lives like just end. Like just assume you said for mobiles, like
Hmm.
if you buy a MI phone and in 2 years the battery goes off or something like that, so the customer comes and buys a new phone after it.
Hmm. So this is called as a product life cycle. What Sachin told. Okay, it's correct. So first initially we will start with concept. Okay, without concept we cannot design a product. Okay, without simply we cannot design any product. With concept, if you're mechanical engineer, then only we can try, and we can try and we can design the product. So if example in design thinking team, if there's non-technical design engineer, so design thinker, okay, design thinker, he cannot make a design with concepts. So basically you want mechanical engineer, okay, who will decide, okay, whether this design is good or not. Okay, only the design thinking team, non-technical, only they can go outside and they can get the inputs from them. So what are the things the customer needs? That's all. Okay. After that, the technical design thinker, okay, will think. Okay, the design should be like this. The design should be like that. Okay. Then the technical person will come to the R&D team, R&D team, as well as with respect to product design engineer. They will sit together and they will try to do a new design according to the concept. After designing, it will go for a design engineer team. From that, they will check whether this design is okay, whether this design is okay with all the accepts. Then the design team will send the design to the hypermesh team. Hypermesh, they will do the meshing. They will mesh the elements. Then after meshing, it will go for analysis by using any software. They will solve. If the design is safe, it will come back to the design team. Then it will go for manufacturing. After manufacturing, okay, manufacturing the product, we will try to distribute the products in the market. After market, the customers will take the product. If they're satisfied, okay, introduction stage, introduction to the growth to the maturity. So at the maturity stage, after maturity, your sales will come down. So that indicates, okay, you should update the new technology in your product. Okay, that is the meaning of that. Or the other company has established a new product that is better than your product. Okay, and either in the way of the quality is good, or technology they are advantage in the product, or the cost is less. So again, you should see the demand of the customer needs. Then you should update the technology, and you should reduce the cost. So whatever you want to do as a company, then again you can innovate. Innovate means you can give a new product or innovation, or you can update any technology to the product, and you can supply for the customers. So this process is called as product life cycle management. So everyone knows, right? Now what is product life cycle management?
Yes, sir.
So you can see here, product life cycle management is a business activity of managing in the most effective way a company's product all the way across their life cycle, from the very first idea for a product all the way through until it is retired and disposed of. So this is called as product life cycle management. So always it's a business activity. Why? To make profit. So always you should know a company will do this product life cycle because of the profit. Okay, profit as well as the market share. They should try to increase their market share, and they will try to get the more profit. For that purpose, okay, this product life cycle will be there in the each company. Okay, the objectives of PLM is to increase the product revenue. I told you, right? Product revenue is nothing but the profit. Reduce product related cost. This also you know. So always we will try to reduce the cost of the product, right? Like buying the raw materials, and while doing the manufacturing, okay, we should use a limited raw materials to complete the task, and maximize the value of the product, the portfolio, and maximize the value of current and future products for both customers and shareholders. I think everyone has understood, right? This is the objectives. So always you should know. So we should reduce the cost of the products. Okay, cost of the products. We should use we should use the minimum raw materials. See, all this we can do by using the softwares. Without softwares, it will be very, very difficult. So right now, if you go for any company, okay, you can work under any softwares. You can go for design, or you can go for the portfolio, the management software, or you can go for manufacturing, this one, or you can go for digital manufacturing. So you can go for any you can go for any this one, okay, any domain. That's your wish, but try to fix within this another 1 or 2 months. Okay, then you can learn the softwares. Then it will be easy for you, okay, to convey, okay, in which domain you will be working. If you go for industry, if they ask, okay, which domain you want to work, immediately you should tell. So I want to work in this domain. So uh, everyone is getting right what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
So if you're going for any interviews, they will ask which domain you are very interested. So you should tell. So I am very interested in CAE, that is computer data engineering, in analysis, or I should interested in design, or I am interested in digital manufacturing, or I am interested in the portfolio software. Okay, that is managing how much raw materials are I should use. Okay, we should update everything in the software. So you can work anywhere, but you should know, okay, for what purpose that software will be using. You can go outside and you can learn, but initially uh, initially you join to any softwares, you get the knowledge, then it will be easy to convey to the interviewer. So you will ask 99%, you will ask in which domain you'll be going to. It means you are very interested, or you should apply depending upon their needs. See, I think they will ask, we want design engineer for the 0 to 1 year experience. For these are the contents what we want from them. So they'll mention everything. They'll post in Naukri, you can get, or Indeed. Okay, you see there and you can apply, and you can get the interview. Go there. They will ask regarding to the domain. That is design engineer. So again, in that they may ask, okay, if you're working, it means if you're thinking to work in product design engineer, you should ask them. So I'm very interested in working in product design engineer. Can you provide me? So then later on they will tell. Then later on they will ask some questions on that. So if you do well, then immediately they may give related to that job. Okay. So that is what you should know. Then PLM, next we'll go for next topic, next point. So PLM eliminates waste and inefficiency across all aspects of a product's life, not solely in its manufacturing. PLM is focused on using the power of information and computers to deliberately fare inefficiencies from the design, manufacturing, support, and ultimate disposal of products. So if you use all these softwares, okay, all these 5 softwares, what I told you, explained you in yesterday's class, then it will be easy for you to control over all these things, right? So all these things will be controlled by what? By computers, right students?
Yes, sir.
All the softwares, whatever you use, okay, will be depending upon the computers. If you do not have computers, so then it will be very difficult now in the company. So I told you 1970s, so there was no system, there was no computers was there. So all the 2D drawings, okay, they were drawing, okay, with a put of the sheets. So if you want, I will show you an example. I told you yesterday to see. Wait, I will show you some examples for you. To drawings in 1970. I think everyone can see this screen, right?
So you have stopped sharing the screens.
Stop sharing now. Due to this, what will happen? The transfer strategy is limited to the series of the three countries. So actually, you know how to calculate the resistance of the bike. Okay. But actually, this kind of but I cannot get some this one. I'm saying, okay. Anyway, 1970s. Okay, you search 1970s. What type of drawing? How they were drawing the like engine parts or whatever it may be. Okay, drawing. See, 1970s. Okay. I think I did not got any drawings. Okay, I saw one drawing. Okay, initially 1 year, 2 years back, but right now I did not got any drawings. Anyway, you search and if you get, kindly tell me. Okay. Stuff CAD. Options. Okay. Okay. Anyway, you can see this figure. You present what it is. You can see this, right, students? You can see this.
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
So in you can see the history of CAD. If you go for design, see before 19, I think 40s, see 1940 to 1970s, they were using the drawings by hand. They were doing everything. Okay. After 1970 only, 1970s, you got this the computers. Okay. Then we use. I think if you come for India, in 2005 or 2006. Okay. The technology in engineering. Okay. They updated in 2006, 2005 or 2006. Okay. We used CAD. Means like solid edge. It has come to academics in 2006. But if you come for industries, they were using from to I think 1995. Okay, in India. So it came here 1972 to 2000. In foreign countries, okay, they used from 1970s, but in India it was established in 1970, 1995, I think. So before that, 1970s, they were drawing, okay, in sheet. We assume like a steam turbine blade. Okay, how much difficult it was to draw the drawings in 3D. Okay, you assume how they draw. I saw some one photographs, but right now I could not find that. So in from 2000 to 2020, all the things we are doing with the system itself. So all the softwares we will install in system. So we will create a model. Everything we will do in system itself. Okay. So now it's full of systems. But before 1970s, okay, so they were drawings. All they were drawing. They were using only the draft tools. The draft tools to write the 2D 2D drafting as well as they were trying to assemble drawing also they were writing. Okay, with the photos, they were using the drafting tools, and they were writing the assembled tool also. Assembled view of the design. Then phases of PLM. So what is this? Can anyone explain this? Imagine, define, realize, use, support, and retire. So
Sir, is it like the design thinking process, sir?
It's like that, but
Like first you imagine what you need to create, but then after
yes.
that you do a survey, like problem statement you get from customers, like what they need in a particular product.
Yes.
Then you realize what problem statement is saying, and based on that you design a product. And you take support from various branches like production company, production company, design analyst, and all those things. And after that, your product is launched, and after a certain moment of time, think there's a competitive market who has produced a similar product or better product, so your product needs to be disposed or need to be updated.
Okay, good, Sachin. Good. Okay, this here, first phase. So first three phases you can see here. The imagine. So imagine in the sense of, okay, we should understand it. We should understand the people needs. Okay, we should ask the customer needs, and we should analyze. Okay, what type of product they need, what type of technology we should update in the product. So that phase will come in. That phase will come in imagination. That is imagine. So imagination is nothing but we should ask the customer needs. We should understand what type of product. That is imagine. So if the customer is giving input like this, we should imagine in our brain. Okay, what type of product they are, what type of technology or what type of products they are asking. So that is called as imagination phase. Okay, the product is just an idea. So we should analyze. Okay, what are the inputs there that the customers are giving, and we should imagine the product. So that is called as imagine phase. Then define. Once we got all the inputs from the customers, then we should define the problem. Okay, all the ideas, all the inputs what they are given, based on that we should define the problem. We define the problem means define the design. If you want to create a design, That is called that is called definition. So definition is a thing, but once I get the inputs from that, okay, what I will design, the product or the regarding to the customer needs. So this is called as define. Defining nothing but defining a problem statement. So how the design should look, okay, regarding to the customer needs. Then realize. Okay, what is realize? So realize is nothing but converting your ideas, okay, converting your definition of the problem into the manufacturing process. Example, your car. If it see, I'm written here. By the end of the realization phase, the product exists in its final form. That is, for example, as a car. If you take a car, first imagine is nothing but go to the customers, ask the customer needs, write down the inputs from whatever they give, come back to the company, then define the problem. Define the problem is nothing but what are the problems they are facing. So try to eliminate those problems. Either you can give a new product for the society or for the customers, or you can only update the technologies in the car. So there are two options. One is create a new product, or you can go for only updation of technologies in the product. You can go for both, your wish. Then after that, realize is nothing but converting that what you can say, whatever you got the ideas, okay, to give the innovation in the product, or to give the technology come to reality. Reality is nothing but converting your ideas in the form of reality. So this is called as, these three is called as the design thinking phase. Okay, once you convert the product, then what happens? Then the customers will use the product, right? That is called as the use and support. Use in the sense of the product will be used by the customers. After that, support. What do you mean by support? The customer should, at least they should respond, they should use this, they should use the product, and they should, at least they should tell what are the difficulties they are facing, okay, while using that product. Okay, so that is what is called a support. And the customer should support, as well as what you can, the company also should support. Okay, and last is retire. Retire is nothing but after using the product, end. Okay, end is called as retire or dispose. So if the product, see, after updating the technology, if the product is not selling well in the market, then what happens? Okay, the HCO will tell that, okay, end the product. That is what you call as, that is called as don't manufacture this product further. So that is called as dispose. Then they'll go for new product development. So in the first three phases, that is imagination, definition, realization. So this is called as beginning of life. You can see here. You can see at the end. So this is called as beginning of life. Okay, that is called as we are giving a either new product to the market, or for the customers, or we are trying to only update the technology to the product, and we are giving it, and we are giving to the customers. And second, you can see the second, that is product use, support, maintenance. Okay, this will come in middle of life. Okay, middle of life, be careful. See here, middle of life comes under the product used by the customers, and support which is given by the company to the customers, or customers to the company, and maintenance. If something happens to the product, the company should give the maintenance for that. Okay, so they will tell, if you take any product, they will tell the 2 years warranty will be there, 3 years warranty will be there. If something happens, the company will come and they will do the maintenance, right? If you take TV, if you take fridge, or if you take anything, right, students?
Yes, sir.
So that's called maintenance. So that the company will assure. So for 5 years, okay, if anything happens to your product, for this product, we will come and will give the service for you. Okay, so that is called as maintenance. So and last is the end of life. That is called as product retirement. So after updating a new technology to that product, if it is not working, or if it is not selling in the market, so that is called as the end of the product. Like your mobile phones, every 6 months, okay, or 8 months, your mobile phone, the product retirement sales is coming. Why? Because of the updation of new technology to the that phone, and they will be living in new name. Okay, see, I don't know why they are living in a new name. They can tell that we are updating the technology in the same phone, and they can leave the name as same. Okay, I don't know why they are keeping the other names. See, while 6 months, if you take an example of one mobile phone, and you see from last 2 years how much new mobile phones they updated. But see the specifications, only one or two, they will only technology wise, as well as the two specifications, they will change, and they'll keep a new name, okay, for all the products. So this is called as end of life. It's phase which includes activities such as product retirement, disposal and recycling. Okay, recycling of the product. This comes under the third stage, that is end of life of the product. In this first phase, okay, first phase is called as first phase, imagination, define, and realization is called as the design thinking process. Okay, without design thinking process, we cannot manufacture any product, or we cannot update any technology without the customer needs. Okay, customer needs will come into picture in the first phase, that is life cycle, in the first imagination, definition, as well as realization. Okay, this is called as first phase. Within this, realization is nothing but converting your ideas into the real products. Definition, by getting the inputs from the customers. Okay, we will define the problem. Imagination is nothing but doing the empathizing state. Empathizing is nothing but going to the customers, asking the customer needs. Everyone has understood this, right? Phase of PLM.
Yes, sir.
Next, we will go for next slide. Okay, this is last topic. What we will do today: needs and opportunities. Okay, we will try to complete these two, needs and opportunities. Okay, so needs for PLM. So, can anyone tell why you need PLM, for what purpose? So I explained this inside. Why you want PLM? Why you need PLM? Product life cycle management.
So
For what
it's
purpose?
like you just explained it earlier, no, sir. PLM, because you need to know like where your product stands in the market, how we need to launch the product, and how we need to update your product when like you have a competitive in the market, and how you need to like have information like feedback from customers to update your product.
Yes, good. So, product, what you can say, PLM requires for a new product development phase. That is one thing. Okay, to future innovation. That is, if you want to innovate, or if you want to do innovation. So both the things. Innovation is nothing but adding the technology. I told number of times. Okay, innovation is nothing but adding the technologies for the existing one, and innovate in the sense of giving the new product development for the society. Okay, why you need PLM means for doing this. One is you can give new product for society, or you can update the technologies in the existing product, and you can give the same product for society. For these things, you need PLM, product life cycle management. Product life cycle management. You can see here, product development is a key to future innovation. So if you want to develop like robots, right? So robots also you can take as a product. So you can see there are number of robots, right? Like pick and place robots are there. So whatever you want to do work, okay. Now right now, so they're using the robots. For I think in foreign countries they are using, in manufacturing industry they're using the robots, okay, to pick and place the objects, to pick and place the work pieces. So I'm telling you, for anything, for any application, wherever you go, okay, you want to create a new products, okay, in a different way. Either you should use innovation method, or you should use innovate. Okay, but the challenge here is the new products take a long time to develop and reach the market. So I told you, right? So it will take a long time. So I think previous it was taking around 5 years, like 20 years back. For developing of a new product, it was taking 5 years. Like example, if you take manufacturing of cars, manufacturing of mobile phones, manufacturing anything, okay, it was taking more time, right? Students in 19 you come from 1995. Okay, you take a product, you take a mobile phone, and you see each year, or how much year it's required to manufacture a new product, like cars. So right now you see, I think every 2 years or 1 year, you can see updation of cars, right? If you take Hyundai as an example of car company, you analyze, okay, you open the Hyundai company and you see the history of Hyundai company, when it has been started, and initially how much cars were there. So after like 2 years or 3 years, okay, what are the new cars, okay, that has been established. After that, okay, after 2 years, like first year, third year, fifth year, seventh year, you analyze how much cars they are developing and they are supplying for the customers. So yeah, for manufacturing of new product, it will take more time. So now it has been reduced, at least it will take 1.5 years. So before it was taking around 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. Okay, so it's very difficult to produce a new products depending upon the customer needs. So it will take long time to develop and reach the market. Yes, I think everyone is getting right.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
So to to minimize this, what I can say, to minimize the time to develop a new product, you want the softwares, that is PLM softwares. So if you have PLM softwares with you, So you can develop a new product within the less time, like 1.5 years maximum. See, minimum the maximum or minimum you can tell to manufacture any product. Okay, the time required, the minimum time is 1.5. So maximum it may go for 3 years or 4 years. But a lot of company, okay, they will take a lot of time to manufacture a new product, a new design car, a new design vehicle. So only you can see Apache bikes from 2008. You can see from 2020, they're not changing any design of the bike. Only they're changing a little bit, and they update only. They are trying to update it. They'll be trying to update the new technology. So they're not changing the design. You can see the Apache bikes from 2008 to 2020 21. So for every 2 years, you see the design. They're not change anything. Okay, only they change little bit. Okay, little bit they're changing the design, and they're supplying the products. Only they're trying to update the technologies from 160 cc to 220 cc, 150 cc to 200 cc. Only they're changing the engine size. As well as the design, a little bit design, the tank design, something a little bit. Okay, and they are giving for society. They're not giving any new development products. Only they're trying to add the technologies for that, and they will be supplying. Okay, you take any one company. Okay, all the students, you take any one company and you analyze, you will get a lot of information about PLM. Okay, how much time it requires to develop a new product. Okay, in what way, everything you can get to know. Then without a system to manage all the different aspects of creating a new product, it is very easy for product development to run late and over budget. Okay, see how much time it consumes. Like if you want to develop a product, if it takes 3 or 4 years, then what happens? The budget also will increase, right, students?
Yes,
Hello.
sir, it will increase, sir.
So see, if you want to develop a new product, if you give within less time, the budget will be reduced. Okay, if you give the new product within, if you take maximum time like 5 years, 6 years, your budget also will increase. So this is what you should understand, the needs of the customer, and you should give a new product. If you want to develop a new product in your company, okay, you should give within the less time. So that is the concept. If you want to develop, you want this PLM, that is the softwares. Okay, you should have the softwares in your company so that you can develop a new product within the less time. So that is why you need PLM, that is product life cycle management. So what is the need? You can see here there are around 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. I have put 9 needs. Okay, you read and kindly can you tell me the what is the meaning of that? You read this. I think from this the needs I will do tomorrow. So you read and analyze what are the things they added there, so that I will continue from tomorrow. So if you read once, and if you have doubts in this, you can ask me. Because see, whatever I told you now, okay, they will write in the form what's right, Sachin. If you read whatever I told you, okay, from last around 8 classes, the same thing, I think they'll be written in the form of words. You read and you tell me yes or no. So anyone has any doubts in this?
So can you explain like the last second point, sir? Capture, secure, manage, and maintain the integrity of product.
Definition, information, and make it available where and when it's needed. So that's only right. I told you that portfolio management. In that we will store everything, right? Yeah, everything, that product data management software. We'll use those things to control over the design, right? So if you want before 2 years back the design and what method we are used, and what technologies we updated in the product, everything we can get, okay, in the product data management software, right? I told you. So this is what is called as integrity, that is capture is nothing but store. We will store the data, security, manage and maintain the integrity of product definition information. So what is the product definition information? Nothing but what type of technology we are used, what type of method we are used to manufacture. Okay, everything we will store in the product data management, as well as the stress analysis. So we'll store each and every data of the product, and make it available when and where and when it is needed. So if you want after 2 years, immediately you can get, right, in if you open product data management, right, product data management software, there we can store everything about the product before 2 years or 3 years. So if you want, you open before 3 years, you open the design part, and you can get the design, and you can get the stress analysis, what you got stress, or whether the material is safe or not. Everything you'll get the information, right? So that is called as secure as well as capture and secure the data in the software, that is product data management. Then it will be easier to you. Whenever you want, you can get the details. So right, Sachin?
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
So
It's
that is
just like explaining in short
yes.
the software used for PLM, no, sir?
Yes. So see, without software, without those softwares, we cannot complete the task of the PLM, Sachin. So you want all the softwares, then only you can complete your task, complete the objectives of your work, or complete the objectives of the company. See, if company tells I want a new product development within 1.5 years, so they will define for each department. They define, I will give 3 months for you, I will give 2 months for you, I will give 1 month. So within that month, they should complete their work. I think you're getting right. So the company
Yes, sir.
CEO,
Understood, sir.
the company CEO will tell, okay, so I'm giving today, so this much time. So kindly complete the task. Okay. So I think it's 11:46. I'll stop sharing this anyway. I will explain this tomorrow. Okay. So I will share this PPT today. Okay. Kindly look into these things in the Google Classroom. So don't leave the class, students. I will be taking the attendance. So wait, students. I think Gansham has left the class. I'll give attendance. Tell him I'll give the attendance.
And I think Faiz said like he's traveling, so he just told to inform me once.
Yes. I know. Fayaz has sent me the message for me.
Okay, sir.
Okay, students. It's already 11:47. You can join to other class. Okay, you can leave the class now and you can join to the next class. Thank
Okay, sir.
you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you.